Have Coffee with Michelle is sponsored by Cincinnati Museum Center. Grab your coffee and settle in, because today we're chatting with one of Cincinnati's most influential powerhouses, Stephanie Smith of Fifth Third. Now, she's the banker who's got her finger on the pulse, known for her wisdom, charm, and ability to make things happen. Come have coffee with us. Since her career at Fifth Third started more than 2 decades ago, Stephanie Smith is known as a change agent.
Fifth Third gave me the chance and invested in my training in order to allow me the opportunity to expand my horizons. So I worked with companies between $20 million and $500 million. In the first year of having my portfolio, I was named Commercial Rookie of the Year, first woman and person of color to achieve that. And they actually gave me a little girl statue. It was really cool. So I finally convinced the men that women belong.
Yeah.
And
you still have that? Because if
yes,
you do, I have to see it.
It's on my desk.
Yes.
It's on my desk.
I have to see that.
Yes, I keep my little inspiration around me.
Although awards provide inspiration, you get the idea that Stephanie's award over the years has been helping others reach their goals, with a focus on home ownership and small business.
A home ownership can close the wealth gap if you get equity, if you continue to pay those mortgage payments. I tell people that time is the beneficiary of money. It benefits money. And so over time, as you continue to make those mortgage payments versus rent, at the end of it, you're gonna have equity. At the end of rent, you're gonna have more rent. What I would tell people is I solve problems. I saw supplier diversity as a unique opportunity to differentiate Fifth Third from a business perspective. 42% of the businesses in this nation are women owned. So if we want them to do business with us as a bank, we need to do business with them as a business.
As the Senior Vice President and Chief Inclusion Officer, Stephanie, with her own lived experience, understands the plight and helps make things happen.
We have to figure out how they do business and then work with them on their business. So the same is true of relationships with women-owned companies, minority-owned companies, LGBTQ plus companies. Each group has a passion and priorities that they care about. I'm proud to say that at the highest level, from Tim Spence, our president and CEO and chairman, to our enterprise executives, to our senior leaders, we understand the value of diversity, not as an acronym, but as a day-to-day relationship with everyone who walks through our doors.
Tell me what you're most proud of.
I think what I'm most proud of is being an adoptive and birth parent. I wasn't prepared.
Yeah.
I wasn't prepared for the overwhelming feeling of being a mother and what that meant and the responsibility that that title carries with it.
As successful as she was, becoming a mother is what truly changed her life. She's a mom to 5, including 3 foster children.
I had a different motivation for my career, and that was I needed to get myself into a position where I could be a door for someone else.
The way you speak, you're very persuasive. Where did that come from? I mean, that's what everybody says about you, Stephanie. Well, you have the gift of gab.
My mother was a minister, and I did that for a very short period before I realized that I did not seek the stage. I was not wanting to be a public figure. I've always been a person who believed in the power of dreams, because that's what made my life what it is today. From a little girl on the top of a roof, outside of her bedroom, looking at the stars and dreaming that her life would be different in the future than it was that night. And it is.
Did you ever see yourself where you are now?
That's an interesting question. I don't know if I saw myself where I am now, or I just saw myself different from where I was then. I wanted to be happy. I wasn't. I wanted to be free. I wasn't. When I adopted those children, I knew exactly what they were going through, because I had my own life as proof that you are not the sum of the experiences from your youth. You are the whole of what you can dream you can be.
Inspiring words.
Coffee break.
The coffee break brings me to my favorite question.
Where would we find you on any given Saturday morning at 10 a.m.?
That's a great question. Around the city. Around the city. My life is so programmed Monday through Friday that I don't program. On Saturday. I'll be at Whip-T-Do in Mainville. I love soft serve ice cream. People are like, you go all the way to Mainville. That's a shout out for Whip-T-Do local. Okay, can we do local? I love soft serve ice cream, so I may be in Mainville.
Boy, and I am a soft serve lover too. I'll have to make that trip to Mainville to check it out. Thanks to Stephanie for taking time out to drop some sweet gems of wisdom too. Coming up next time on Come Have Coffee, you probably heard of the Bourbon Bash. It's a big party, but what's the purpose behind the party? I'm sitting down for coffee to give us some insight into the Cure Starts Now and how they are making big strides in cancer research. That's next time on Come Have Coffee. You may know their names, but how well do you really know Cincinnati's most prominent people? Come Have Coffee gives you a chance to get to know them a lot better. Watch this Cincy Lifestyle special streaming now. Find WCPO 9 everywhere you stream and scroll to specials.